All right, this is like old home week for me at the GoPro Mountain Games. Two of my good friends, Jeff Wagner, and I've got Michael Pukas. Michael Pukas and I, actually, we've all done it over the years past, competed in the two-flag stream. Now, Jeff he doesn't know if he's going to compete or yet. No, you're kind of on the fence, but
we're working on that right now.
I know what goes through your head every year. You're like, I might show up. I'm signed up. We'll see how it goes, right?
That's right. That's right. You never know. We're trying to keep you in suspense.
But your whole deal now, you're working with RL Winston. You've moved on to another state, not too far away, and you're still doing what you love to do. So good congrats.
Yeah. Living in Montana and working for the Winston Rod Company as a general manager and love it, right? Great company, great people, and amazing fly rods. So it's a good move.
Yeah, we're going to talk to this cat right here because I know. Sure. So Michael and I, every year for the month of May, we set up our practice lane and we go out there, we practice cast, and we hound each other, and we catch up on a lot of stuff throughout the year.
Yeah.
Are you going to compete? Are you in or what? You don't know yet? This is you right here. You're live in front of a camera, so tell us.
I'm signed up, but I still have butterflies, and I'm kind of in the same boat that Jeff's in. Like, do I really want to do this again? Do I really want to go through this anxiety? But it's this guy right here that keeps me going every year with the confidence booster.
So, and I'm not competing this year, but we've talked on the phone, and you've told me what goes through your head and where you're at. And Michael gets these head games that kind of get him all squirrely out there, and we're trying to change that focus again. And I think, and someone asked me last week, they said, who do you think's gonna? Who do we need to look out for? And I said, look out for this guy because he's been on the podium. He hasn't been on the top of it yet, but this could be his year to be on the top of it as long as you don't let that head game get in front of you.
Yeah, it is a head game. I say this year after year. There's 12, give or take, guys that could win every year, and it's just a matter of who shows up in their head and how they perform under pressure. It's not a matter of who's the best caster. It's really who's the best guy that shows up that day.
That's right. And Jeff, you've been in the middle of it all. I've stood out there and cast with you, and I just want to say one thing real quick. He probably has the most beautiful fly cast of anybody that I've seen.
Jeff is the best caster in the country, hands down. Don't let anybody tell you differently.
Man,
I know.
That's pretty. So how do we get you to compete, though?
We're all pretty good. So you're trying to change the subject now. So you've stood up there before. You've stood there on the bridge at the second round with 1,500 people and TV cameras and noise, and it changes the whole dynamic of why we got involved with fly fishing to begin with, doesn't it? It's such a chance to kind of fall apart up there. It is.
Yeah, it's a great way to push yourself in a sport where people normally don't, right? And in a different venue. And there's some criticism about casting competitions and fishing competitions, but to me it's just a great way to for people to challenge themselves and experience the sport in a different way, and for that many people to see fly fishing in a different light, right? It can be a fun sport that you can push yourself and cast 115 feet or try to hit some targets or see how many fish you can catch. And then the camaraderie too, just great people.
I just have to say one thing real quick. You and I were chatting yesterday. We're not going to mention the rod, but you threw something at 135. Is that correct? 135?
Yeah, that's right. We were doing a rod comparison years ago that Jeff had organized, and after making over 1,000 casts that day, Jeff picked up this new rod at the time, and we were all exhausted after casting for 8 hours a day, and he just nonchalantly picks it up and launches a 135, and that was on tape outside in wind. That was legit.
Some kind.
That's no cool. Anyways, if you want to be a part of the Two Flag stream, I don't know if there's any room left to sign up, but you got to go over to the rugby field where they're doing the Karma test flights for the GoPro Karmas. Watch the first round of the casting comp tomorrow, and then second round is definitely the one you don't want to miss at the International Bridge. You might see this guy up there. You might see that guy up there. You might see both of these guys up there. We've all stood up there together before. This is the GoPro Mountain Games. We're live over here at Gold Peak. We'll be right back with more information about what you can expect for the rest of the show.